What up, Nerdy Squad? It's your boy Otis, and I'm back with another video. If you're new to this YouTube channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell. Your boy is grinding his way up to 4,000 watch time hours and 1,200 subscribers. So, last night I had a chance to finally get my hands on and read the Rippaverse Isom issue number 2 comic book by Eric July and his team, and I gotta say I thoroughly enjoyed the book. Now this is just me giving my initial thoughts after reading it the one time. I haven't read it a second or third time yet, but I definitely plan on reading it again and giving y'all more thoughts later on. So the first thing that I definitely want to touch on is and this will be a spoiler-free review. The first thing I want to touch up on is the artwork. I think the artwork is done very well. You get a lot of great detail and a lot of great views of like the landscape, not just in Florence Park, Texas, but outside of it. And a lot of the characters' drawings looks really good. There's probably a couple of hiccups that I have. One with a particular character that I'm not gonna say, but you'll see it and you'll probably know what I'm talking about. And then the other one is there's certain times where some characters are turned a certain way and there's like a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Not shading, but like shadow that covers up some of their face, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. It's more towards the beginning of the book, not towards the end, and it's just kind of like an issue that I have when I'm reading it. As far as like the characters go, there are a lot more characters in this book than there was in the last one. There's some returning characters, and then you have some new characters that you'll learn about. They're all interesting in their own way. You know, you're gonna want to know more about them. You're gonna want to know more about what they can do in their background, but they're interesting in their own way. I will say this. There is a ad in the book, just one, and it's not for his wife's jewelry. It's just an ad in the book for a character's thing that it is in the book. So I will say that. I think that's pretty cool. I thought that was kind of cool. But again, a lot of characters, a lot of new characters. So I guess we can get to the third thing, because that's pretty much it as far as the characters go. As far as the story goes, there are a lot of loose ends in this book. You're going to, you're going to want to know more about these characters. You're going to want to know more about, what it is that they're after and what it is that they can do, and just what's going on in this world that Eric and the Rippaverse team have created, because it's a very interesting world and all these characters are very interesting. But like I said, there's a lot of loose ends, and by the end of the book, it's going to leave you scratching your head as to why certain things happen. It's going to leave you scratching your head as to, I want more. You know what I mean? It's not going to feel like it's enough. And I overall enjoyed the book. I really did. I thought the story was really good. I thought the characters were fun to read about. I just wish we got more. Like I said, there's certain loose ends from the first book that tie into this one that are still loose ends. I'm not going to say what they are, but they're still loose ends that you wish you would get more of. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I'm missing right now. Again, a lot of characters. There is one particular character, I'm going to say this. It's not a spoiler, but there's one particular character that kind of gives me Stone Cold Steve Austin / The Rock vibes. And when you read the comic book, you'll know what I mean when I say it. And that's basically it about that character. As far as everybody else, I mean, they're pretty cool characters. There's one in particular that doesn't get enough, time, this character just doesn't get enough time in the book. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's a little disappointing because you're going to know more about this particular character. And, it is what it is. I guess we have to wait until the Isom 3 to figure out, more. But what's going on with this character, it's very interesting because you're trying to, I don't know. This one thing happened that led to another, and I don't want to say anything because I feel like I'm going to give it away if I do. But when you get the book, you'll kind of understand what I'm saying. by, you know, understanding where this particular character was going. And then there's some other characters, and I think this is the first Superman movie back in the 70s, that, or maybe it's the second, I can't remember. And this is like with General Zod and his team come down. Somebody on social media related Eric July's team to them, and there's a certain reason why you're gonna kind of see that in the book. There might be a giveaway, but you're gonna see why, because there's something that something happens with, not something that happens, but something that they do will kind of be a dead giveaway. So that's that. I'm trying to think, is anything going on? You got I'm sorry, I'm stubborn here. Isom doing his thing, you know, kicking some butt, and it's cool. You know, everything looks cool. The artwork looks cool. Yeah, the colors really pop. It's just a really fun time to read. There's a lot of dialogue in this book. I don't want to miss that. A lot of dialogue in this book, way more than we had in the last one. And it's, you know, it never feels like it stops. Now, there are certain pages where there's no dialogue, and that did kind of bother me at certain points, but that's really only in the beginning, not, you know, in the middle or the end. And when it does keep going, it just, you know, I think it flows really well. Everything just kind of really clicks. There's a couple moments where I chuckled just reading the story. And it was just a really good read. Now, I did see somebody else's review where he said he had to kind of stop and come back into it. For me, I had to read this book from start to finish. Didn't mean I had to stay up late to finish it. I had to stay up and finish it because I was so interested in this story that I wanted to know what happened from page to page. And that's where I think this story really was more interesting than the last one, which I was interested in the last one, but this one being the second one, and, you know, learning why Isom quit, which you'll get that too in this book. That is here. I can kind of see why he quit. I think that would be a major reason for myself, especially if I've never went through this kind of situation before. It would make me want to quit as well. And so my honest opinion on this book is, if you haven't got the book yet, if you haven't read the first one yet, to be 100% honest, because of all the loose ends, this is kind of like watching a TV show for me, where some people may want to binge watch it, and some people may want to have all of it given away all at once. And unfortunately, this is a you know, week-to-week episode kind of thing, not a binge watch thing. So we're pretty much gonna have to wait until next year for Isom 3 to get the answers for the loose ends that are left in this book. And in my honest opinion, would I wait to get the third book? Yes. Looking back on it, if I could, I'd probably wait. I mean, that's a long wait because obviously it's 3 years. But I would kind of wait just because of the fact that there's a lot of loose ends in this book. But once you get to reading it, you're going to want to know more. And unfortunately, I know when it comes to comic books, I think they're done every month or every 2 months versus novels, which are done on a yearly basis. So, yeah, for me, I would probably wait to get the third book because, like I said, a lot of loose ends, and you're going to want to read more. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait. And I know we got the Alpha Core book coming up, maybe, I don't know, not September, maybe October, and then maybe the Yara book, not in November, but probably definitely in December with the holiday season. You know, everybody would be having cash in their pocket doing holiday shopping. So that's just my honest opinion. I'll probably wait until the third one comes out, but I know it's a long wait, waiting 3 years for this comic book. So a lot of people will probably get it as they come out just to have it and go from there. But that's really all I got for this review. And just giving my initial grade, I'm definitely giving this book A minus. Just because I love the story. It was really interesting. It was really it was really interesting from start to finish. And then, of course, as you move on, there's, you know, a couple of the hiccups you'll see. That's where I got the negative, negative the minus from. But overall, I thought it was a good story. I enjoyed it. I'm giving it an A minus. But y'all definitely push y'all comments down below. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of the book. I definitely have my live stream up Sunday. I'm thinking about maybe changing it just for the simple fact that I don't know how many out there are going to have the book by then and are going to read it. And so I might hold off on the live stream a little bit longer until more people have read it. That way we can get more people in the live stream and do a lot more talking about it versus me rushing to do it on Sunday. So yeah, push your comments down below. You let me know what you think of my review. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace. I'm out.